Yeah, the Dave, I think that did everybody in TNT hear the audio recap from Friday? There's something on this computer that's taking the sound down. I listened to it myself on my cell phone. It came across pretty loud enough, but there's something I'm gonna have looked at tomorrow on this computer. Can everybody hear me okay tonight? We're good. Sometimes I wonder. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I spent a lot of time this weekend evaluating the general trend where we are in the month, and I think that here, as we near the end of the month, uh, I thought there'd be a push to retrace some of what we've lost in the month of March. We're down in the month of March on the E-mini about 5% and down on the NASDAQ about 6. And so it wouldn't surprise me for us to get up, 1 or 2%, 3% maybe this week, before you get to the end of the week. And then I think the end of the week it might weaken a little bit. That's just my general thoughts going into the night. But we have the reference bars, we have things to look at. Right now we have a reference bar one that was printed tonight, and the numbers from the reference bar one that you could probably write down and use tomorrow is uh is 56.93 to a high of 57.14. That range is sort of a framework of this rally. Did y'all get those numbers? 56.93 to 57.13. Tell me if you got those numbers. Yeah, those numbers will form a foundation for tonight's trading. And in the morning when I post inside of TNT, I'll be taking that in consideration as I pick my pivot number for the day. But I got a big week planned. I hope everybody's sort of excited about it, because I think that last week we had a decent week considering what the market did, and the rally on Friday afternoon in the last 30 minutes was sort of exciting to watch. But that shows you how quick, once they turn on the water, the market can retrace like that. And keep in mind, stocks trade at 8 o'clock on Sunday night around the clock now. Is everybody aware of that stocks are trading after 8 o'clock tonight? John, I don't know if every stock qualifies, but I do think that a lot of stocks that are very liquid trade, uh, trade tonight. The TQQ's trading tonight, okay? And if you look at the TQQ as, an example of what's happening in the night's market, it gives you some idea. Let's just see what the bid ask spread is on the TQQ. Yeah, see, TQQ's at 63.83.85, and if you bought it, if you had TD or Ameritrade, you'd put good to cancel EXTO. Okay. And Bruce just pointed out the SPY and the 10 tickers is above. So I think I think I might take a probing position there or look at futures later on in tonight's market. Yeah, you can buy E-minis. They trade 24 hours on E-minis. But let's get started. I want to get into what I want to show you. I hope everybody had a great uh, week. And boy, I have a plan that you're going to love for this week. If you like making money, I like making money, so I got us a great plan. Join my Telegram channel, join my YouTube, but be part of what we put out there to stay on the right track. And hopefully, we'll have a couple new surprises by the time we get to Tuesday. Uh, I'm hoping that I talked to the program, I'm hoping he'll have what I'm wanting and we'll get to see it. But thank you for coming. Everybody do me a favor, make sure everybody can hear me. Type in where you're signing in from. You're funny. That made me laugh. Somebody said, Earth? That was a funny one. Oh, God. Vegas. Robin's Vegas, Durham, South Carolina, Hawaii. Hey, Henry from Hawaii. Deb. Steve from Bucks County, Pennsylvania. That's a famous city now, right? Okay. Florida. Hector's from Atlanta. Atlantic City, Michelle. Stay away from those casinos. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Here we go. Risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Folks, I've former Air Force officer, active trader since the 70s, former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange, author of 3 books, and I've worked with a lot of traders over the years, and we got a lot of those traders I've worked with in here tonight. My 3 books, Winning the Day Trading Game. I think it's a great book. I thought it was misnamed at the time, but there's techniques inside Winning the Day Trading Game that really help you understand what I call the foundation of the market. Of course, The Markets Never Sleep was ahead of its time. That's back when I had the Globex terminal, put that one together, and now here we are trading stocks 24 hours a day. And of course, that attitude I think you got to have is trade to win. But anyway, the first book is in 11 different languages. It's a pretty powerful book, I believe, over the years. Who's read that first book? We'll review it because it's very pertinent during this kind of market. Now, at DTI, we help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. In my opinion, I think the market, like I said earlier, is going to try to go higher. Okay. And I think that because of that, I believe that we will see some higher prices. We're off to that start as early as tonight because the S&P and you'll see the 10 tickers when I get there how important it is. But there's one number I told you in the debate. I figured it out. I think it was Thursday. I had this number and I said, this is the number that sort of, there's always that one number that gives you a perspective on the current market. There it is, folks, 56.50. As long as we're above 56.50, unless we get, way up, I would think any opportunity with the right reference bar above that number is a buying opportunity. Okay? And Mark has made a very good point. Reading my book, if you read it the second time, you get a lot more out of it because it really sinks in. But that's the number. Now, how does that play out? Let's say we get a pullback tomorrow. Well, as long as that low, and as long as we don't close below that 56.50, I would be looking to be a buyer. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? That's your number that will keep you honest if you are a buyer this week. That's so valuable to have that as a trader. And in my work, it came out, and as SP just said, it's a line in the sand that I have. Now, if you close below that, it tells you upside's over, here we go down. So I would say you could think of it as a pivot number. You can think of it but all pullbacks should hold that number and be used as opportunities. That's going to give us quite an advantage this week using that concept. Now, here's my schedule. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, I got my Futures First. Education, we'll be talking about how to trade the end of the month with futures. I got a couple of tactics there. and then a special market update at 8. So put that on your schedule. You'll be invited to be in here tonight. Tuesday, I got connected diets. We kick off, I call it day trading here in the USA. We kick that off, and that happens on Tuesday, okay, Wednesday and Thursday next week. And then, of course, the midweek market update later on that night on Wednesday. 3 days I picked, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, why did I pick those 3 days? Because I got my Monday's numbers, I got the weekly trend, and I can identify at that time of day whether we have three things happening: a reversal, an acceleration, or a stay out during that time frame. That's why I picked that time each day. And I want to take advantage. My goal, I'll just tell you what my goal is. I got to give you a goal, okay? My goal is to show you how on $1,000 to make at least $500 during those 3 days. That's my goal. There'll be one posted, Henry. Seven Sisters update. There you are. Market's down 3.5 on S&P, 5.65. Dow's down 1. DAX is up 16 year to date. Gold is up 14. Crude is down 4.9. And bonds are up about 3. That's the trend coming into the night. Probabilities. Tomorrow is Monday. Y'all know how Mondays can be. They could stay strong all tonight. Okay? Stay strong all tonight. And then in that RB3 tomorrow, be a top for Monday. That's the way sometimes it works like this. So keep that in mind. So the RB3, write this down. 9:30 to 10 is a very valuable time tomorrow. You get higher than that, they're going to extend this rally. I know it tonight. I can tell you that tonight, and we'll be able to take advantage of it. Tuesday's very strong. Wednesday weakens a little bit. Thursday weakens. Then Friday gets strong to finish out the month. Now, news for the week. If you look at the news for the week, what do you have the last week of the year? Last week of the month. You got 2 reports, PCE and GDP. That'll be at the end of the week, okay? Now, keep in mind, the current Secretary of Commerce, which controls GDP, the way they calculate it, there's going to be a recalculation at some point because they're going to take out some of the falseness in that number. You'll get to see the pure number. And I was listening to a discussion on that, and they'll get more detail about that later. Now, here's my 10 tickers. Now, how do you play the 10 tickers? The first thing I would do is look at the number. You got gold at 280.55, GLDs at 280.55. So if gold goes above 280.55, I want to know it. And that's when I'll be looking around reference bars at 10, 12, and 2. NNE at 32.55, MSTU at 6.55, Dollar General at 84.55, Berkshire at 531.11, AMD at 110.55, SQQ, now it goes up when the market goes down. I put it in here, 37.55. It's currently about 35. QQQ, if it drops below 478, it's a short. The SPY, greater than 562.55. If you go check the SPY right now, we're doing pretty good on the SPY right now. Let me give you a quote on the SPY. I got it right here. Let me give it to you, because it's trading. Just got to find it. Yeah, 567. So you can see the SPY is breaking out tonight. The SPY is breaking out tonight. TQQ 6311. It's at 6371. So I bought it on a probe tonight. Well, I've been here with you. I bought it. And like I said, if you want to buy it on TD Ameritrade, you just put GTC EXTO and it's active. That one's in play already, but I would set these alerts to let you know these stock tickers. We have typically anywhere from 3 to 5 that go off and they're big trades for the week. So how do you trade it is the question. My goal is giving you these 10 tickers that will make you money, like the SPY and the QQQ, plus favorite stocks if they're able to go to certain prices. The strategy is pretty simple, but it works. For example, in this example, if gold was above 277.11, you should go long, but when do you go long? When do you think you'd go long, or I'd tell you to go long if it's above that price? Well, this is why you want to know about reference bars. And QQQ dropped below certain prices where you go short. These are examples because they moved on from when this slide was made, but they're good numbers for the week. You got to substitute the ones I gave you tonight for the numbers. Now, the past 3 to 4 years, I've offered these numbers, and people say it's a fan favorite because people use this to grow their accounts. Now, set alerts on your trading platform at those numbers. I normally take a picture of it and do it when I finish this presentation. And they'll notify you to take a closer look. And probably I'm looking for the nearest reference bar if that ticker goes off. Like BRK, when it went above 517.55, it did it, and we went long. It went all the way to 531. 531. Monday morning, it breaks above. We knew it was hot. It's time to rock. Went to 531 for the week. Right there, 530.61. Now, I typically trade options on these, so you got to be, the market's got to be back after 9:30 Eastern time, and you got 10, 12, and 2 to look at. I'm not trying to day trade these 10 tickers. I'm trying to capture a move. That's what we did with Berkshire last week. Now, if it doesn't trigger by late in the day, Wednesday or Thursday, I'd probably avoid it for that week. That's just a caveat, because this is really designed to get in on Tuesday or early Wednesday for the week. Does everybody understand that? Everybody give me a yes if you understand that my intention is to get you in on Tuesday and Wednesday, okay? Not late Wednesday. Long options are your most aggressive approach. You can go out about 7 or 10 days. About $3 is what I pay for an outright call, or if a down one would be a put. Now, option spreads can be used very effectively. I might sell a put with a Friday expiration in one of my bullish tickers. That's another way to make money with what I just showed you. Now, a put spread, I would set it below the weekly low if I got a bullish stock, or below the daily low very aggressively, or below the current RB low with really being aggressive. Let's go back to the BRK example. Set an alert at the price. It triggers. What do you do now? You can choose to buy a call spread, or sell a put spread. 3 bullish strategies. And Peter just said in this market, and I sort of agree with him, the spreads are the way to go. That's the example of a bullish stock setup. Now, I wanted to cover that with the 10 tickers because people they don't realize just how valuable those numbers can be for you if you're trying to make money. Now, if you're doing a sell spread, usually you have about 2 days you want to stay in it to make your money. Remember, a market that breaks down will usually fall fast. Any questions about the 10 tickers? I've got a great plan this week, folks, and there's part of it right there with those 10 tickers. Okay, let's focus on what I think is most important right now. This chart right now is sort of tracking, I don't use the word sort, is tracking the administration's run back in 2017. And if you look at that, we can expect, once we get into April, okay, some upside. What really is exciting for you, though, look at what happens once you get to July. This baby gets on fire on our July 4th webinar. Don't miss that this year, okay? Pretty cool. Everybody understands you should be in a corrective up move right now. And it's tracking it pretty almost to the day. So use this until we use something else. But right now, this is a pretty good gauge. Does this give you a mental picture of what I'm thinking also when you look at this chart and how I'm trading? I think it should, because it really puts you in a position of anticipating and waiting for the numbers to confirm it. Answer this question every day, every week, every month. Will the market move up? Will it move down or sideways next week? Well, guess what? The answer so far is moving up tonight. But it's not easy because, like I told you, I warned you about RB3 on Monday. Sometimes that'll be the high of the week. So we got to get past what time? 9:30 to 2 Eastern time tomorrow. Now, it's very hard for traders to pick a direction because the way the market's been trading, okay, it lasts for about an hour or 2 hours, and then you get a reversal and it scares the heck out of you. You get out of the trade and then wait another hour and it's back up to where you were. Moves that used to last days or weeks now fizzle out in hours and minutes. Trends that occur in the morning turn sour on you by the afternoon. Happens many days. The moves are, the market's very volatile. However, I will tell you, and this is some good news, going into this week, if you look at the VIX right now has pulled back way below 20. And when the VIX is below 50, below 20, what does that tell you about direction? That's an insight I gave you. When the VIX, that's right, exactly. So the VIX right now is saying that this market might poke its head a little bit higher. So if you feel like you can't get a read on the market right now, I just gave you one. Let me tell you, it's not your fault. The strategy that you use to work, even for relative beginners, aren't working right now. It's a very difficult market. So we got to focus when we trade. In my opinion, the only way around this in the next month until we get through April is learn the techniques of day trading. So important. Day trading is an art. I used to have that sign out in front of my building. Now let's review some education I covered so far this week, getting you trained. When are the times to enter during the day? Here's the times. It cuts out all the other choices. You pick these times and you get the setup, you're going to make money. 10, 12, and 2. Write those times down. 10, 12, and 2. In the current market, signals off of RB4 after a big day up are best when they reverse. In other words, if you're bullish all day money and reverses on RB4, you got a good trade there for at least a day and a half. So you always got to be looking about that. That's an insight. Insight to day trade. The Genesis bar, this is very valuable about the Genesis bar. If you're rallying into the Genesis bar, you should look for a high. So if it doesn't make a high and reverse, then you got a continuation. And that continuation will take in an RB4. That's the knowledge I'm giving you to use. If you're long and you get into Genesis and you make a new high on Genesis, you got more to go. Does everybody understand what I'm saying there? So it goes up to Genesis where you're expecting it maybe to top out, but then it goes higher. It will last to RB4. If RB4 is higher, then it keeps going. But if RB4 reverses, you got to run to the house, okay? That's a very key part about a day. And that's an insight it took me many years to learn. Now, when I day trade, day trade anywhere from 5% to 25%. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it sure does add up. I told you my goal this week was to generate a $500 return off 3 attempts this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, on $1,000 I put out there. Now, tickers that qualify for day trade, there's the ones that are very active. What's active tickers? Tickers that have weekly options, or tickers that are associated with indexes that expire every day. Now, you always got to know how to take a trade and turn a lemon into a lemonade, and what to do when your timing's bad. Very difficult to do as a day trader, but you can do it. Now, if you're wrong on your timing, you can give it a little bit longer, but if you look at a market that's screaming higher after RB3 and you get in, then Genesis reverses on you, you better spread it or get out. Now, what can you do? If you believe your directional bias is totally wrong, you take a loss. That's the first thing you do as a day trader. Take that loss. A lot smarter to do it than try to work it on a day trade if you got short time options. Okay? Now, if you need more time for your directional bias to take shape, you give it my strategy for turning lemons into lemonade. If you're long or call option, turn the trade and spread, give yourself a little bit more time. Then see if the trend identified comes back into play. But the bottom line is the next day you better be bullish. If I'm bullish on Wednesday, that next RB3 on Thursday better be bullish or I got to pitch it. Exit and move on. Now, if the trend does not come back, you give it the opportunity to turn it. And I want to cover pattern day trade, the pattern rule. I'm going to give you a simple analysis of it. I think it's a terrible rule, but I teach people how to avoid getting in trouble. And you got to think of it this way. If you open a trade and close it the same day, that is one trade. Everybody understand that? That's one trade. As a small account trader, you're only allowed 3 of those over the course of 5 days. So you got to be careful if you open something, closing it out the same day. You are allowed 3 of them. Best way to avoid having a day trade is never close it out on the opening transaction day. So if I open a stock, bought IBM, I opened it. I don't want to close it out on IBM to the next day. Everybody got it? Never close it out on the same day. Now, the best way to avoid that, does everybody understand what I'm saying? The best way to avoid it is don't close it out on the day you open it up. Okay, as long as you understand that, I'll move on. The key is to open an option position, don't close it on the same day. Wait till the next day. Now, if a call option you buy reaches your target, the best thing to do is sell the next strike up. You sell the next strike up, and that will keep it and avoid closing transaction on the same day. Doesn't cost you anything. Just wait it out. Next morning, you get out of both of them. Exit both on the same day. And type a yes in the chat if you have sufficient understanding now of why you're only allowed 3 of those in a week in a small account. There's a ton more I'll teach you, but that's just the general basics of how you got to think if you got a small account. I want small account people to make money too, so I want to teach you the rules. Now, the techniques that I use are simple, but they work. and allow you to thrive. What a word. Just a few of the recent trades we've seen last week doing these strategies. Look at that. 13% on the QQQ. Not bad. That was on the spread. There's a 12% return right there on a straight call. QQQ. Very liquid option. TQQ trade. 11% return. I told you I bought the QQQ or TQQ tonight. Another way. Now, multi-lot traders can book a lot of different profits, but what you do if you're a small account, you'd be selling call or selling the next strike up when it hits your target. Now, I can't promise future success or guarantee against your losses because everybody's different and we got to work at it. But in a world where everything is losing, this is the best strategy to make money. Learn the techniques I have. Let me show you how it works. This is why Friday, I opened this up and I decided to do this over the next month to 6 weeks to generate an opportunity for you to make money. And that's the whole game that we're playing, okay? Now, if you got over 25,000 in your account, you don't have to worry about the pattern day trade rule, as long as it stays above 25. If it drops below, you got to bring it back to 25. So I'm calling this day trading with me, TBUZ. So I picked live trading over the next 4 to 6 weeks, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we'll run it out for you and show you how it works. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I made it simple and I picked a time where you don't have to remember a lot about when to show up. 11:30. Everybody confirm 11:30, 11:30, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when we're going to do this together. I've got my schedule set up that way, and that's what we're going to try to do. Okay? Now, over 20 trades I'll do when they set up during that time frame, and I'll teach you the art of day trading. There's about, I guess, 15 to 18 lessons I'm going to teach in this class, as well as with the trades we make. The time of session is 11:30 Eastern. Our goal is to help you target small, consistent winners in a difficult market by mastering the art of day trading. Now, you'll be able to use what I teach you for swing trading after July, use it for longer term trading for entries on stocks that you're taking a longer term position on. That's the beauty of day trading. Now, we'll help you avoid the pattern day trade rule, meaning you won't need the 25,000. Small accounts can be part of this and apply these techniques. Now, for 20 live day trades, I'd normally charge anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000. Do it many times over my career because I'm very, very consistent and very, very accurate in doing it. If you ever been to one of my live webinars where we're face to face, I do it all the time for you there. What did we have last year at, I think Sawgrass last year, we had probably 12 straight winners over that 2-day period because I was with you the whole time. Now, I want to make sure you'll be part of this without any regrets or doubt. Actually trade the side with me, have the funds to do it. Let me do this for you. Instead of charging you $2,500 to be part of this, I'll knock $2,000 off of it. We'll charge you $497. What a bargain, okay? We're going to make that this week. That's our goal. $497 all 20 trades over the next 30 days to access all of it. Now, I'm going to limit it to 100 total. And I think we got probably 70 left, 70 spots left right now. It's chicken, fish, or steak. Get your position. Get lined up. Because if you sign up tonight, you got a couple extra bonuses I might deliver before and around that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, we're going to take advantage, certain time of day. We're going to do it with a certain style. And we're going to find trades that work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, you're going to learn the art of day trading. and the method I've taught for many years. I sort of think of myself as like Chick-fil-A. I'm the original day trader when it comes to day trading. So if you join tonight, go to dtitrader.com/day or call 904-706-3532. There's my book, Winning the Day Trading Game. You get a free digital copy if you sign up tonight of that book where you'll have it and ready to read, Winning the Day Trading Game. It's another $50 value I'm including for free. Now, day trading with TBUZ. Not hypothetical. This is real life trading. Day trading is working for some of our top students, like Laura. Saw what I did, explained the thinking behind it. In fact, she said she likes the fact I show you where these trades come from before we even make it. That's why we're getting started at 11:30, folks. And Buck, he likes the way I keep it simple. I give you the target. I tell you where we're wrong, right up front. The rationale is very important. The process that we've used make students like Carol come back for more and more education. She says insights you can't get anywhere else, not unless they've been around 40 years doing it. It's your chance to join me to do this as we launch it. So don't wait. Join today. Go dtitrader.com/day. Call 904-706-3532. Folks, I'm excited about this. Okay. And we're going to have us a machine we put together doing this. So I'll show you how it works. Time of day, 11:30. Days of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll record every session in case you have to miss one to make sure you get the education portion of that. But that's the way it's going to work. One of my students said, Tom, this is the way I started years ago, going back to my roots. We're going to do it. Anybody got any questions they would like to ask? Ask away. David, do you like the fact I got the same time Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday where you don't have to guess? You just got to show up with your trading boots on, ready to go? Yep, me too. Me too. It's pretty neat that we're able to do this electronically together without having to fly somewhere to do it. I can do it online with you. And there. Robin, thanks for signing up. You'll get a copy of the book. Absolutely. Yeah, Frank, I've got Adam's working on that. I copied and pasted what you sent me. He's working on it. He should be getting back to you and letting you know everything's fine as wine. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday at 11:30, Wednesday at 11:30, Thursday at 11:30. You like that? Simple. No, I just thought we ought to go to our strength and take advantage together. And I decided to do this. A lot of work, but we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. What I gave you tonight is sort of a foundation, and we'll get into specifics for everybody. If you'd like to join, Adam or Mike, put your name and phone number in there, and we'll make sure somebody calls you if you have trouble getting through. It's probably pretty busy with people signing up. Just to make sure you reserve one of those spots. You can't run, you can't hide when you do it this way, folks. This is real life. Dave, I think I'd be looking for higher tomorrow. Yep, I do. Anybody got any questions for me? How many people are glad I'm doing this again? Been a while, about 10 years. Well, I want to thank everybody because I guarantee you, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Show up at 11:30, sign in, set up. Not going to take long during that time frame. James asked, is it possible to make money day trading when the market goes down? Yes, James. That's the beauty about day trading. You can play it either way, long, short, or out, as long as you get the direction right. Robin wants me to get some sleep. Yeah, I hear you, Robin. Well, tomorrow's Monday. That's a good watch day. Jim says, I'm going to be with you all the sessions, 100% in. Thank you, Jim. Folks, this is a chicken, fish, or steak time. Get on board. Get on board. Thanks, Robert, for signing up. I think this is hitting the chord with people. People like the fact there's nothing complicated about this. All you got to do is show up at 11:30. Listen, take the trades. You know, we met, what was it? Thursday or Friday we met, we had three trades. Two of them paid on that day and another one's gonna pay, tomorrow. That's pretty strong. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Gary, Peter, Fred. Thank y'all. 11:30 is a pretty good time, even if you live in California, isn't it? Thank you, Peter. Glad you're feeling better. You feeling good? Super. Todd says, this is even fits my schedule in Oregon. All right. In summary tonight, get involved, get on board. Remember, 5650 is a number you don't want to forget. Not for this week. Any other questions for me before I wrap it up? I'll see everybody in the morning. Wow, Deb, that's nice. Somebody copy what Deb says. That was nice. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that upgrade to the roadmap is if you upgrade for 60 days, you can get the roadmap. I think Adam's got that link there for people that bought and want to upgrade.
Right, TBUZ, yeah, they sign up, it's the next offer, but I'll post the link for people that are already signed up in
Yeah,
case they want.
yeah, make sure they get it because I'm gonna show you how that roadmap, we get this new feature I've added. Uh, it'll open your eyes. He should have it too, pretty quick. Added a feature, we're gonna call it the day trading feature inside the roadmap. You'll love it. Yeah, inside it. That's why I'm doing this offering to get the roadmap as many hands as possible because I think people, when they see it, are going to go, whoa, I can't trade without looking at that sucker. Any other questions? See if Gary went through, Adam. He said he signed up. No, what I wanted to do, I'm going to tell you like on Tuesday, this is what we're doing, buying this option, but I've got inside the roadmap, it will confirm it for you by looking at it. And you're going to love it. I talked to him last week, so we got to have this. Yeah, Robin, that, I think you'd be covered on that, but I would, you gotta sign up for this program, right? No, the day trading feature is not in the current roadmap. It's a new feature I'm working on that's gonna be added. Because I'm gonna do more of these day trades and I just want to make it easy for everybody to see it. Sign up for day trading. I call it Day Trading USA. Sounds has a ring to it, doesn't it? All right, folks. I laid it out for you. I gave you this. Hope you joined. Adam, thank you for putting this together. Got a lot of people here. Hopefully get rid of the 100 slots. We'll get started on Tuesday.